Hello friends, welcome to episode 8 of my playthrough of Planescape Torment. I'm Savle and we are here at the Gathering Dust Bar. We had just finished speaking with Seer the Skeptic, who turned out to be just a fascinating conversation partner. I think we spent like almost a third of the last episode just talking to her. And it's now time to take a look at some of the other dustmen here at the bar, especially Emoric, who seems to be kind of the most important person here, and actually I think the person that I came here because of in the first place. So I think we have spoken to pretty much everyone else who is named. Oh no, there is Old Copper Eyes here. Huh. I gotta say, that doesn't ring a bell, so let me just speak to them real quick. Before you is a tall, silent figure. He could easily pass for a statue, although the deep furrows in his face and brow make you wonder if the sculptor was a little too eager in defining the face with the chisel. He looks well over 50 years old, but exactly how much over 50, it's hard to tell. As he slowly turns to look at you, you catch the dull sheen of copper in his eyes. In his eyes? I was thinking of the copper earring that we heard of in the last episode, but copper in his eyes. Greetings. I love how we just greet everyone by saying greetings. There's no variety with that one. Old Copper Eyes stares at you. His eyes are difficult to make out past the black well of his eye sockets, but they look to have a coppery sheen about them. I guess that's appropriate. His name is Old Copper Eyes after all. I'm looking to sign one of the dead contracts. I'm not sure I am. Let's just say that I have some questions, maybe. Copper Eyes says nothing. Never mind. Farewell. Well, I gotta say that was a slightly shorter conversation than I expected. But they can't all be winners, can they? Alright, Emoric it is. So let's just get a reminder of what we were told about Emoric. I love this search feature in the journal. So, oh, did we not write anything down? Never mind. I take it back. I don't love this. I would love it if I actually get some useful information out of that. But I do know that Emoric was mentioned, and I guess it could have been in a note somewhere. Perhaps even one that I have on me right now. Yeah, this is the collector note. Doesn't ring a, doesn't sound right. And I think I didn't keep any of the other. Ah, there it is. Yes, find out where Ferret is getting those bodies. Reports are that stone-faced dustman at the Gathering Dust Bar, Initiate Emoric, I think the fool's name is, has been sending out finders to try and mark Ferret's movements. There we go. So this is basically the main quest, which I think is appropriate for us to do at this point. The way I want to play this game is to do all the main quests as well as the side quests, but at this point in the game we are still quite early on, even though it's episode 8, which I guess I'm really taking my time with this one, right? But that's how I roll. I like to talk about what happened and reflect on events and stuff like that. That's what you guys are here for anyway, right? Okay. See if you can find out how far along he is and hinder his efforts until we know more about Ferret's activities. Right, and this was written by Penn and Teller. Alright, Emoric. You see a heavy-set man with dark skin. Oh yeah, that's right. And grim features. He is dressed in dustman robes and is regarding you with a stony gaze. Greetings, my good man. You have the look of one lost. The man's voice is like stone settling. That's a really difficult voice to do. Did the wind send you, or are you here with purpose? Who are you again? I am Emoric, factotum and initiate of the Fourth Circle. Ooh, I have no idea what a factotum is. Sounds like a Latin word. I'm not very well versed in Latin. The closest I get to Latin is Spanish. I speak Spanish, so there are a lot of Latin words in Spanish. Well, in English as well, actually. So factotum, factor, doesn't that mean like to make something? Like the verb form of that root facto is like doing or making something, I think. And initiate of the fourth circle. I had no idea there were like numbered circles in the Dustman faction, I presume. All right, is this your bar? If you measure ownership in copper, this is not my establishment. If you measure ownership in spirit, it is mine. Ooh, that's a good line. He pauses as if trying to emphasize a point. The dustmen here are my students. They are under my protection. Can I ask you some questions, or Emoric waits. Okay, yes, tell me all about the dustmen. I can join the dustmen? Can I really? I mean, I guess this is an RPG, and when something is called a faction in an RPG, that usually means you can join them. Not always, but quite often. Alright, can you tell me about the Dustmen? Dustmen seek the true death. Some call it oblivion, but this is incorrect. To Dustmen, the true death is freedom from the chains of this false life. Ooh, false life. We're getting into the meaty stuff now. This life that many cling to with their emotions is a false existence. As long as one clings to it, they will continually be reborn into it. One must divest themselves of emotion to escape this cycle. Divest, that's a great word. I don't hear that often. In fact, I can't recall hearing it ever before, actually. Yes, so that's what the Dustmen are all about, right? We've seen some signs of this, but yeah, emotion. They are completely against emotion because emotion makes you cling to life, and clinging to life means you are continually reborn. But this is not like reincarnation, is it? Because you are... Or is it? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Because I was gonna say, the Nameless One was born in his own body, it seems. But then again, that's not the case for a lot of the other ones. A lot of the other people, right? We are exceptional. People don't usually come back from the dead like this, is what we learned in the last episode. So maybe it is just, what was the word? Reincarnation, right? Alright, can you tell me about how the Dustmen are organized? Dustmen are organized into 5 circles. The 5th circle is made of the lowest rank of Dustmen, Initiates. The 1st circle is comprised of the highest ranking Dustmen, the ruling body of our faction. Alright, so there are 5 levels, and it seems like the faction is not ruled by an individual, but by a ruling body. But I'm sure that even within that body there are some who have more power and authority than others, at least informally, right? It's kind of interesting to say that the 5th circle are initiates, because we were told that Emoric himself, I believe, right, is an initiate of the 4th circle, which, does that make any sense? Huh. Okay, that had slipped my mind, farewell. What kind of response is that? I had some other questions. I would like to join? Not just yet. Let's ask about the dead contracts. Do you wish to sign the dead contract? What is it, exactly? In exchange for 50 copper commons, the dead contract gives the Dustman faction the rights to your corpse after death. Do you wish to sign the dead contract? Perhaps some other time. But yeah, I had some other questions I wanted to ask first. I have come here in search of a journal. Now, we have been asking people this, and most of them have no clue, but I feel like if anyone's gonna know, it could be this guy. These eyes have seen no journal. Perhaps your search will take you elsewhere. Well, so much for that. But now, what we came here for. I'm searching for a man named Farad. Have you seen him? I would know why you seek the Collector Farad. We're not gonna say Collector, we know enough about the Collectors, right? I wish to speak with him. As do I. He has made such a thing difficult. He speaks through other men. Emoric falls silent for a moment. When two men speak through other men, little is said and much is lost. So he only relays information through his, I don't know, couriers or something like that. Or it could be something wacky, like he, I don't know, possesses people to speak through them. Anyway, that's a weird line of thought. Why do you want to speak with Farad? The Collector Farad has brought many corpses to the mortuary of late. One must ask where these bodies are from. Tell me more about the bodies. I like how much I can ask this guy. Some are recent dead. They still have their last moments in their eyes. Many more bodies are centuries dead. The dust of ages lies upon their bones. One must ask where these bodies are from. Well, perhaps I could find out where these bodies are from. How would you do such a thing? Okay, the first option sounds kind of stupid. I'm gonna ask him. But I don't get any other options, really, so I guess I'll say that. I would track down Farad and ask him. If you spoke with the Collector Farad and returned with his answers, you will have done a great service for the Dustmen. Find where the dead he brings to us are from, and you will be rewarded. You know, I'm kind of getting the hunch that if I had asked to join the Dustmen, I would have been given this quest as a test of my ability. That's how it goes in a lot of games, right? Very well, I will find Farad, speak to him, and find out where these dead bodies he brings you are from. Emoric nods. Your path is our path. Return here when you have the Collector Farad's answers. Yeah, okay, but can you tell me where he is, though? It is not known to me where the Collector Farad is. He hides from the eyes of the Dustmen. I would seek other collectors and ask them your question. Well, I still have some other questions, do I? Not really, no. I must take my leave then. Well, I thought you would know, but you just told us to seek other collectors, which is kind of what we've been doing all this time, right? Speaking to people, mostly collectors. Can I check these containers? Will anyone get mad at me? I think that's not a thing in this game, is it? I mean, I don't recall seeing items which were marked as owned. These gates are made of a featureless black metal. There doesn't appear to be any way to open them. Okay, let's try some of the nameless nameless dustmen. You see a somber, pale-faced dustman in black robes. He is staring silently into his drink. Greetings. Yes, questions? Not at this time. All right. Kind of what I expected. I think the unnamed NPCs in the mortuary were probably the most fleshed out ones out of just all sorts of nameless NPCs in this game, right? All right, we've spoken to pretty much everyone. So what will we do now? So we have a couple of quests. We are obviously looking for Farad, but we didn't get a clear lead, so it's best to just keep exploring and talking to people like we have been. We have the Rotten William quest, which I'm still waiting on some more party members. Sevtai. If I run into these starved dogs, I will kill them, but no idea when that could happen. And find Craddock seems like the most doable one to me. Let's just look for the marketplace. Somewhere in the Hive, though. I'm sure we've heard where the marketplace is supposed to be. I also probably didn't jot it down because I haven't really been doing that. To be honest, it kind of seems... Okay, stop it. Yeah, I forgot I only have half my health. It kind of seems like I'm forgetting to jot things down because I'm playing it for you guys on camera. But I'm actually terrible at remembering to take notes even when I play on my own, so that doesn't really impact my experience in any way.
What is it?
Have we spoken to Annah? I feel like we have, but it's been so long. I know she's supposed to be a companion, right? According to the journal. So I'm naturally motivated to speak to her. I can't help but notice that you have a tail. I honestly can't remember if I've spoken to her. Alright, I'll do this. If I did this in the past, just skip this part. I can't help but notice that you have a tail. Do I now? The girl looks at her tail. So I do. And here I was thinking that it was a trick of me eye. My, aren't you a sharp cutter? She bares her teeth. Why don't you piss off to whatever hole you crawled out of and leave me be? Me nor me tail is for sale, is for trade. Jig. Alright, I was just curious. It's just as well neither you nor your tail are for sale. You couldn't squeak out a living with them anyway. Mort, that was uncalled for. That was uncharacteristically rude for you. What are you about, you blighter? Say it again. Okay, I'm pretty sure we didn't talk to her about this. Well, there is no good response here. If I tell her that she could make a living selling herself, she will probably be offended. But if I tell her that she couldn't, she will probably be offended just the same. So I'm just gonna say I didn't say anything. Just don't mind Mort. He's a talking head. Just don't pay attention to him. But I'm still curious. Why do you have a tail? The girl's eyes narrow to slits. Are you daft? Can it be that you're dumber than stone, or mayhap you're the power of ignorance? May the Dabas break you over and make you a street. Ooh. Look. She's a tiefling, chief. They got some demon's blood in them, and that makes them paranoid and defensive. Nice tail, though. Shame it's plastered on such an ugly body. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Keep it down, Mort. This is no way to talk to a potential companion. Man, the journal really spoils things for you, doesn't it? By telling you that she is a companion. Also, you just offended her and her tail, and now you're saying it's a nice tail. You're not even being consistent, Mort. Whoa now. You better latch your bone box, you foul-mouthed mimmer, before I split it from your jaw. Jig? Why don't you try and split my jaw, shit? All I'm hearing is a lot of chatter from some hive trash. Throw a punch. I dare you. I'll bite your legs off. Enough. Aye, that's right. Leash your mimir, Tard. While I bury him with his body, Jig. Tard? What could that be short for? I'm not gonna touch that. Mimir? Mimir or Mimir or... What are you talking about? Aye, Mimir. What, the gulf between your ears so wide when your words echo? Egypt. Well, I understood that last word, but she has a thick accent or dialect. A thick local dialect, isn't it? You still haven't answered my question. What's a Mimir? Mimir's a talking encyclopedia. That's me, Chief. Got it. Oh wait, no, that's right. We've heard that before. She glances at Mort, then you, then sneers. I guess I know which one of ye has the brains, eh? Yeah. Look, I had some other questions. Can we forget about this whole tail thing? Aye, and what is it you want? following up that conversation by asking where I am, that's not the best way to go forward. I'm looking for someone named Farrah. Do you know where I can find him? Man, I feel like I've said this line so many times in this game. Aye, I might. I might say more if you sweeten the question, aye. She clicks her tongue and rubs the fingers together. Jink jink, aye. Jink jink. She means money. Yeah, I got that. How much though? Aye. She glances at Mort and shrugs. With the skull said, hard coin. I mean, number 2 feels like the prudent option to choose, but she's probably just gonna tell me to fuck off, honestly. So, alright, how much? How much is it to you to know, aye? She studies you, then folds her arms. Come on, I haven't got all day, I haven't. Turn on the charm. Hang on, is the charm like an actual charm that I have in my inventory? Or is it just my charisma? It sounds like it's the second, but the capitalization is kind of throwing me off. How about 10? If your information's good enough, it could be more. Aye, alright then. She pockets the money. It's gone so quickly you have no idea where it vanished to. Look for him in the alley spireward from the mortuary. That's to the south and west of the mortuary, aye? Hang on, you mean the alley of the angles? We've been there. There was no one there. I mean, there were a lot of people there, but not Farad. And I mean, it kind of sounds like the sort of place Farad would spend his time in, honestly. I don't want to go there again because they're gonna ask me for more money. Oddly enough, south and west of the mortuary is an alley filled with heavily armed thugs. Know anything about that, perchance? Oh, aye. Well, maybe you'd best be asking them where old Stuttercrutch is. I mean... Okay, Man, none of these options are good. I don't want to threaten her with death. But she's not giving me a lot of other options, is she? I have some other questions. I'm missing a journal. Have you seen one? She looks at you strangely. Nay, I've seen nothing like that, I haven't. Alright, can you tell me where I am? I guess I'll ask it. You're lost, but you're about to find trouble. Make yourself lost somewhere else, bubber. Alright, let's do this thing. I'm gonna bluff it. Enough of your lies. Tell me where Farad is, girl, or you'll soon number amongst the city's dead. Bar that. I have nothing more to say to you, Burke. Get. You better watch your tongue, girl, or it's coming off. You better remember that if we speak again. Aye, pike off to wherever you came from, then. Farewell to you, too.
I know debtors today said walking ones looks like.
Well, that was just a lovely conversation, wasn't it? So, if she is indeed a companion, she's a spicy companion. She's one of those spicy ones, you know? Alright, that thug is running away from us. I don't really care enough about finishing him off, so I'll just let him be there. And Dustman Gate Guard. Let's talk to you. You see a pale-faced dustman standing guard over the front gate. He is staring off across the city rooftops with a distant expression. As you approach, he turns to face you. Yes. I had some questions. He nods and waits. I'm looking for... Oh, this is the mortuary. Okay. I'm looking for someone named Farad. Do you know where he might be found?
Updated my journal.
Actually, updated my journal for once. Okay. Farad is a collector. The man studies you for a moment. If you would wish to know more of him, I am told that Initiate Emoric in the Gathering Dust Bar is also looking for him. It may be that he can help you. No, he can't. I'm familiar with the bar. Before heading there, I had some other questions. for you. I've lost my journal. You seen it? He shakes his head. No. Very well, thanks. Thanks for nothing.
Hey, we're being watched, Chief. Just look natural. Casual.
We're being watched by who? By these dustmen? Huh. All right. I think I'm just going to explore this this section of the hive, this map, just so I'm more aware of my surroundings. Because I accidentally paused the game. How did I do that? Was that? Hang on. How did I do that? Oh, the spacebar. Right. Let's see how large the map is. Shilandra Skip. We haven't been there. Maybe it's time to go there. Then again, there's the Northwest too. The Alley of Dangerous Angles. I don't want to go back there. Yeah, let's explore these places. So Shilandra Skip and then maybe the northwestern portion of the hive. Unless something else sidetracks me, which it sure will, so yeah. Oh, this is a fun-looking place. Looks like some sort of almost like a magic shop or something. Like oh no, I'm taking heavy damage here. Oh my god, I'm dying here. Okay, let's think about this. Okay, what am I doing wrong actually? I feel like I must be doing something wrong. I'm using my pride bar, but I've really lost... I feel like I've lost the ability to hit enemies reliably. I feel like I was able to do it more easily before. Alright, you know what? Let's run away from them. Let's go to Shilandra Skip. Let's transition maps and get rid of the aggro. Unless they can pass here. No, okay, they can't. So yeah, this lady looks like a mystic or a magician or something. Maybe the spell goes like this. I think the spell goes something like that. Okay, maybe she is not like a master of magic. She sounds kind of clueless. Let's talk to her. Blast! I almost had it that time. Don't you know it's dangerous to interrupt spellcasters while they are evoking a spell? Luckily for you, I was only practicing. Well, what is it that you want? My apologies for disturbing you. Farewell. Wow. I didn't even get to do the usual greeting. That sucks. Can I check this chest for no reason? I can. Okay, let's run away from these guys because, yes, they are being super annoying. I should probably heal up, but I honestly don't want to waste any more healing items on this. It's kind of... I don't know, I have little enough of them as it is, and this feels pointless. Okay, let's go to the northwestern part of the map. Alright, so this is still the hive. We have a hive tout. What's a tout? This loud, grimy fellow saunters up to you and gives a quick bow. Greetings, Scudder. Only a single copper for me services as a tout. What can I lead you to? Okay. It kind of sounds like he's a guide or something. What's a tout? The man raises an eyebrow, then shrugs. A guide, Cutter. I points out what you needs to find round this part of the hive. Alright, that sounds useful. I don't think I really need it right now, though, because I'm still in the exploring phase and I want to find things on my own. And what is that thing? Black Abishai. Alright. That's no human. Definitely no tiefling either. This black-scaled reptile towers to a height of 8 feet. Its great height, however, is offset by its thin, snake-like frame. A long, prehensile tail drags behind it, and its leathery wings are hooked behind its back. A strong, vinegary smell emanates from the creature, as well as a certain amount of heat. It seems to be ignoring you. Greetings? Whoa, Chief. Mort cuts in before you can speak to the creature. Bar that. You don't want to be rattling your bone box with any fiend on the street. Leave be. A fiend, huh? But I wanted to ask it some questions. No, you don't. Mort glances at the creature, then turns back to you and lowers his voice to a whisper. They're touchy. Let's just go. Okay, I'll leave them alone for now. But I'll remember you. I will definitely come back to talk to you. Alright, and we seem to have a Porphiron and Mhult. Maybe Mary will have some clue, she will. This one must focus on heritage. Huh, okay, let's talk to Porphiron or Porphiron first. Every inch of this man's skin is covered in a web of black lines. It's as if some artist chose to accentuate every crease in his flesh with a quill pen. The overall effect is such that even when his face shows no expression, he appears to be frowning. Leave the illustrated man alone. Greetings. This one has a name. This one is called Porphiron. The man's voice is like a gong. As he speaks, the lines on his face bend and settle into a series of spherical patterns. This one would know. Why do you address this one? Wow, this one likes to talk of himself in third person a lot. Voice like a gong. You can't really see the illustrations on the character sprite, but the description is interesting. A web of black lines. I wanted to ask you about some questions about the city. This one would have you know, this one cannot answer your questions. The lines on his face twist into angles, then split into a mess of scribbles. This one has only recently stepped foot in this place of wars. Alright then, but I have to ask you this. Why do those lines upon your face move? The lines show anger. Do you take offense? The lines slowly straighten, forming into gentle curves. I don't think this part was supposed to be in the... Anyway. No offense was meant. Will you accept the many apologies of this one? Oh, I'm kind of getting lost in this guy's dialogue. And no offense taken. Why are you angry? This one tells of event recent. Did you know this one was beset by 3? The 3 demanded an item of this one. This one feared an attack. What does this one do? This one surrendered the item. And you need this one to fetch it back. Well, you were right to be afraid. If there were 3, then they might have killed you had you not given up the item. This one has been misunderstood. The lines on his face become angled, then smooth into curves again. This one did not fear being killed. This one feared killing the 3. Oh, okay, this is getting good. Oh, wow. I love response number 2 here. Well, if you could have killed them, why did you let them rob you then? This one walks the path of a warrior. Many weapons have walked with this one. The fist, the blade, the stave, the hatchet, the smiter. These tools are all known to this one. That's not much of an explanation. If you're a warrior with that much training, why let them rob you? This one is forbidden to attack. The lines ripple across his face as he speaks. If this one had struck at the 3 in anger, the vow of non-violence would be unmade. A warrior pacifist. I wonder if he belongs to some sort of pacifist faction, or if this is just his personal philosophy that he chooses to follow. Vow of non-violence. You're a warrior and a pacifist? This one is unfamiliar with your speech. What is this pacifist? Never mind. Why did you train so much if you are not permitted to attack another? This one is of the Order of Heritage or Heritage. How do I pronounce that? The Order. We await the final days where all will be called to battle. The training and skills of this one, they are to be kept silent until then. That's a really cool premise. It's also kind of ridiculous, because how do these people expect their skills to stay sharp if they don't practice? I mean, perhaps they practice in like a safe setting, but that's not really as good as experiencing something for real, right? Okay, and in the meantime you will let yourself be robbed in the street without defending yourself. This one will clarify. The item is of value. The discipline of the heritage is of greater value. Since you won't fight, any chance you could talk these thieves into returning your item? Also, why do you choose not to say what the item is? It's kind of weird to keep referring to it as the item. This one addresses the 3 thieves. What happens? The requests of this one are met with scorn. The 3 will not return the item. Well, I could go see if I could get the item back for you, perhaps. Let's go with the first one. I'm intrigued by this guy. I kind of want to help him. It's a very unusual situation he's found himself in. Not being robbed, but, you know, being this sort of person. This one must ask, would you bring violence to the 3 that have robbed this one? Not if I can help it. I mean, I'm a charisma character, so I see the appeal of being a pacifist, honestly. This one fears. A message absent of violence will not be understood. The lines on the man's face form into a series of ellipses. This one is not opposed to you trying. So, if I fail in persuading them, are you giving me permission to just beat them up? Alright, what is this item you've lost? The item is this. A rope of black and red prayer beads worn around the neck. The worth of these beads is not measured in copper. The worth of these beads is measured in faith. Alright then, I'll see if I can find this necklace. Do you know where these 3 thugs might be? This one knows where the angry words were traded and the item lost. By the bar that burns inside. The 3 were outside the place, dressed in black and red. 3 robbers dressed in red and black outside a bar that burns on the inside. That can't be too hard to find. Farewell. Yeah, that's right. There can't really be too many bars that burn on the inside. And what is this one called? Was it the Smoldering Corpse, or am I misremembering? Anyway, it's just the man. It's just the one with the burning man inside, right? I do kind of remember that one. Also, we have a collector here, which I believe might be our first. This man is draped in filthy, tattered brown robes, a long hood concealing most of his face from view. Greetings. You see his eyes narrow beneath his hood, and he takes a step back. What do you want? What is this place? He frowns at you. You're in the Hive, of course. Dirtiest bit in all a sigil. Where you from, Cutter? You from the Prime or something? The Prime? I don't think I've heard that term before. Is that like the nice part of sigil? No. Why are you looking for bodies? That's a weird response, but I guess I'll go for it. Why are you looking for bodies? He looks surprised. Well, you haul the blighters to the mortuary. There you talk to the justice, haggle a little, and get a few bits of jink. I wonder if I can actually do this in the game. I mean, I haven't seen a mechanic for carrying bodies or anything like that so far, but maybe there are like specific quests or just opportunities for you to do it. Okay, I'm not gonna ask him why the dustmen buy the bodies. I think we've heard enough about that. There was another named character here, and he walked away while we are talking to Porphiron over here. Porphiron has the vibe of a companion. I almost don't want to check the journal, just so I don't get spoiled, you know? Oh, Mhult. Yeah, this was the one. He's looking for debtors, apparently. So is he a collector? This man appears less dour and wary of passerby than the people around him. He moves with an upbeat gait, casually scanning the ground to either side of him as he goes. As you approach him, he nods a friendly greeting. Greetings. Hello, Cutter. Say, you seen any deaders about? None nearby, no. I have some questions, if you will permit. Too bad, too bad. He shrugs. Had some questions, did you? Ask away, then. What are you looking for again? Debtors, of course. Don't you recognize the robes of a collector? He grabs a hold of the cloth and holds it up for your inspection. No. Aye, collectors. He indicates his ragged brown robes. These here are collector's robes, Cutter. Any poor sort you see wearing these, me for instance, is most likely looking for debtors. Bodies to sell at the mortuary. He shrugs. Whatever it takes to get by in the hive, right? Haha. That's kind of interesting that all the collectors wear the same clothes. I know this is like for me as the player to recognize them easily. But in the context of the world, it's interesting that they would choose to do this. Do the collectors work together? I mean, that could explain it, but from what I know, they don't really, right? He laughs heartily. Hells no! We all dress the same, but there's only so many debtors to go around. We band up usually, and competing bands, packs, gangs, whatever you like to call them, aren't none too friendly with one another. So are there rival packs of collectors near here? He nods. Sure as sigils round. Most collectors in the hive call Kip and Rackpicker's Square, a dump just north of here through the large gate. It's mostly run by Sharegrave's laddos. Now, since we fought most of Farad's boys off. Ah, so is Farad like a big time collector boss? I mean, that would explain why he is able to bring in so many bodies, wouldn't it? And Sharegrave, I believe we've heard about Sharegrave, but I can't recall any details. Tell me about him. Sharegrave, he's my boss. I never speak with him though, never even seen him too close like. Keeps to himself mostly and runs things through a few underlings. You can find him in his case at Rackpicker's Square, but I'd stay away unless you got good reason to talk to him. He's a bit perious strange as he is. Tell me about Farad then. Don't know much about the man myself. We spent a lot of time fighting his boys, but they've all suddenly disappeared, along with Farad. We still catch the occasional straggler in Rackpicker's Square, but we've no idea where the rest are hiding at. Well, does he have many men left? He must, because we hear his lot's been real successful of late. Finding lots of debtors, making lots of jink off the dusties at the mortuary. That's what I'm saying. Don't know how either, as we've been having trouble finding corpses of late. He shrugs. Ah, now that is doubly suspicious, isn't it? Why does the mortuary pay for corpses? Keeps the streets of the hive a bit cleaner, I guess. Keeps plague from spreading and the like. Though the dusties like to keep the dead in their place too, seeing to it they all get properly buried, melted down or whatnot. Part of their beliefs and such. Alright, I mean, I know why they pay for them, basically, but I wanted to ask this guy's opinion just to see what he himself has to tell. I'm looking for a journal I've lost. No, haven't run across one. Tell you what though, if I do, I hold on to it for you. Well, thanks, that's very nice of you. Finally someone offered to do something with regard to that. Can you tell me about this area? Yeah, okay, we asked that already. Okay, that's all I wished to know, I think. And farewell to you too, Cutter. He waves and walks off. Now that was quite enlightening, wasn't it? I'm happy I talked to that guy. Vines with black leaves. The stems look extremely sharp. Now, what is this place? This is hang on, let me just check the map. The Flop House. We get some thugs around here. Oh, want to earn some jink. What are these? Are these like dead bugs or something? This is the vines, but they look like dead insects to me, like giant insects. Come here. Mar. Okay, I guess I will come to you. Your first impression of Mar is that he needs a long bath, preferably away from any creature that has any sense of smell. You can almost see the stench waft from his body in sinister yellow tendrils. He motions towards you frantically in an effort to get you to come over and talk to him. Approach this person and hear what he has to say. A look of excitement crosses his face as you approach. Ah, so he isn't used to people stopping for him. That's already interesting. Thank you for stopping. Me name is Mar and I've a favor to ask of you. I'm listening. Tis a matter of life and death. I must be delivering this ear box or it'd be me head for sure. Tis me bad luck that I twisted me like something fierce. So will you help me out by delivering this ear box for me? I don't know. Your foot, I mean, your legs look perfectly fine, but you know, that's the limitations of the game. So I guess I'll trust you. Sure, I'll deliver the box for you and hope I don't get killed in the process or something. Mar slowly takes out a small box from within the recesses of his ragged clothing. For the briefest of moments, you see a look of regret cross his face. Then it is gone as he looks at you and hands you the box. A slight shimmer surrounds the box as both you and Mar touch it. A sigh of relief is heard as Mar releases the box into your care. What did we just pick up? He needed to get rid of this, didn't he? You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the One Ring from The Lord of the Rings. Because as he is giving up, there is a look of regret that he gives. So it almost sounds like he doesn't want to give it up, but then when he actually does, he is relieved. So is this Sauron's ring? Is this box this game's version of Sauron's ring? What now? This be needing to be delivered to Quatra. He can usually be found somewhere down in the southeastern section of the hive. Oh, and lest you try to say I didn't warn you, whatever happens, don't open the box. And don't leave the hive with the box. Now be off with you. Don't open the box. I mean, I like opening stuff. I like boxes. You can't just expect me to not open the box, man. All right, I'll be back when I deliver the box.
Dated my journal.
And he laughs at me and runs away. Right, nothing suspicious about that, is there? So we have a lot of these Davises here, doing what they do, and Harlot, of course. Yeah, this part of the town seems very similar to the previous one, and now I'm being attacked for no reason again. God damn it! Let me talk to One Ear over here. You see a shady-looking fellow standing before you, picking his teeth with what appears to be a tiny metal fork. His chest is covered by patchwork armor adorned with large spikes, and a long knife hangs at his side. You notice he is missing his right ear. Greetings.
My journal.
He regards you coolly from the shadows, as if sizing you up. I said Greetings. What's the matter? Your other ear not working? I don't know, that's a rude thing to say. I had some questions for you. The one-eared tiefling scowls at you threateningly. Pike off, Burke, or I'll have your guts for garters. That's funny, but I'm not gonna say that because that's just gonna lead to a fight, and I'm not equipped to fight at the moment, so I'm gonna ignore his threats and walk away. And lots of vines with black leaves in this place, and I accidentally went to another place. I didn't know that was gonna happen, but I'm now in Ragpicker's Square.
All right.
All right, sure. Let's keep going. Why not? I mean, I was gonna explore that place to see if I had missed anything, but I'm sure we will be coming back there anyway at some point. So let's just so we have Ratbone here, who whistles merrily and waves a knife around threateningly, and we have Yellow Fingers. This man is whistling a cheerful tune and playing with a well-kept fighting knife. As you approach him, he stops whistling and gives you a curious look. What you want? I had some questions. Me name's Ratbone, Cutter. I'm a thief for hire in the employ of Sharegrave, the boss of the collectors you see around this square. He pays me mostly to learn his lads to be real quiet-like and how to fight if they runs into a spot of trouble. That's likely the only questions I'll answer for you, Cutter. He sniffs and shrugs. Oh, is this a person that I can ask to teach me how to fight? To change my class, right? Because that's how it works in this game. Yeah, thief for hire, could you train me? I haven't really decided what class I want to do yet, but I guess I can always change it, right? But training probably costs money, so I'm gonna think about that for a while longer. Where is this Sharegrave fellow? He nods towards the large, dilapidated house beside him. Careful though, Cutter. He don't like visitors. He's right suspicious of everyone. Sharegrave's not even his real name, just what me and some of the others call him. Yeah, I kind of figured that Sharegrave doesn't really sound like a real name to me. You said you were a thief for hire. No. Really, let's just wait on that. I'm looking for a man named Farrah. Do you know where he is? Ratbone shakes his head. Nay, I don't. Hear he's nearby, though. Some of his lads come running through at times, making for some hidey hole that's who knows where. Somewhere up around those elevated platforms, I'll bet. But it's none of me business. Elevated platforms? I haven't seen any of those around. I suppose maybe they are here around Ratpicker Square? He shrugs and spits on the ground. Live and let live, says Ratbone. Alright, farewell then. I think I'm going to check my journal and then end the episode for now. So, yeah, we got a new quest to retrieve Porphiron's necklace, which I would like to follow up on, but he only told us about a group of thugs, which is not really descriptive, right? So I imagine we will run into them at some point. And then we are supposed to deliver this box to Quatra. All right. So what did we do today? The Necromancer, that's what we did last time. I encountered a one-eared tiefling. Something in his eyes told me he was not one to be trifled with. And, anything new here? Lim. Ah, that's the insect that we saw. There we go. These innocuous insects appear to be little more than giant fleas. However, then they can be trained and seem loyal to their owners. How far that loyalty extends is worth investigating. It sure is. Tiefling. Oh, there's some lore about tieflings here. That's super cool. The lower planes spit evil across the cosmos, infecting everything it touches. Sometimes it swallows people. When they come back with the lower planes stamped across their faces and their souls, and sometimes they come back bearing children. A child who has been touched by the lower planes is called a tiefling, and it's scarred from birth. Being born with a soul that's unquestionably tainted with evil will do that. The reaction a tiefling earns while growing up scars it still further. Tieflings tend to be loners, steering clear of trust and friends, living their own lives. When they do trust, they do it sparingly and only over a long period of time, and it's rare that they'll ever show it. Man, that just sounds like a really sad life caused by society's prejudice towards you. I mean, unquestionably tainted with evil, that's, I don't know, that seems like too strong of a term for me. I haven't dealt with many tieflings, but the ones that I have dealt with have seemed pretty normal to me. So I'm sure we will be learning more about that in the coming episodes. And I see the Black Abishai. And Abishai is one of the least forms of the Batazu, a race of lawful fiends that seeks to impose cruel tyranny on the face of evil. Black Abishai is the lowest of the Abishai, ranking below the green and the red forms. They are the infantrymen and skirmishers of the Blood War. They are malicious and, compared to the rest of the Batazu race, not terribly clever. The Blood War. I heard about the Blood War in Baldur's Gate 3, which I've played. I've spoken about this before. So that's like the war going on in the Hells, right? So I imagine this is something similar, since I learned from the comments that the Forgotten Realms setting is somehow related to the Planescape setting. A Black Abishai is the lowest of the Abishai, ranking below the green and the red. Okay, so we might run into some more of these Abishai. And Batazu, a race of lawful fiends. Lawful fiends. That's an interesting way of putting it. I think there was like some sort of alignment screen in this game, wasn't it? Like they used like the lawful good and neutral evil and whatever, those 9 sort of characteristics. So yeah, maybe even the races are somehow affiliated, or at least predisposed to be affiliated with these. Anyway, before I end the episode for real this time, let's just check out the box. So this is an ornate box. This appears to be a small wooden box. Intricate designs etched in gold adorn the box. At one time, this box would have been worthy enough to be displayed at any aristocrat's estate. However, years of neglect have taken their toll, and it appears to be falling apart. If not for the large ruby mounted to the front of the box, it would be worthless. Feelings of dread seem to emanate from the box. Well, well. Should we open the box or not? I don't think I will open the box at this point in time. I think I will try to deliver it to the person we are supposed to deliver it to, and then we'll see. Anyway, that's it for today's episode. I have been Savle. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.